You still haven't got your Yeezy pods? Well, I got some good news for you because Yeezy Gap pop-up gets shut down because they're not shipping out our orders, man. Nah, I'm just joking. But I'm not joking because I've ordered my Yeezy pods maybe about a month ago. I haven't even got a shipping confirmation, but this actually has nothing to do with that. I actually saw a video about this, and I think it has something to do with, like, I think either the merch got stolen or they were selling like unauthentic Yeezy merch. So, and I'm pretty sure there's a video attached to it. So we're gonna get straight into the article, man. But let me know in the comments below if you bought something from the Yeezy Supply website and you still haven't got your order yet, man, because I'm still waiting on mine. I pay for me and my mom's stuff, so you know, I want my 40 ball back. If I don't get it by the end of, at least a confirmation by the end of the month, bro, I'm charging back, bro, and y'all should too. But let's get into the video, man. So Yeezy Gap pop-up shuts down by LAPD. So Urban Necessity is one of the leading figures in the sneaker and streetwear resale industry, and that's what's his name? I think it's like two J's or J2's Kicks or something, but he's one of like the biggest resellers. You know, he owns that store. One of its leading figures in the sneaker and streetwear resale industry finds itself embroiled in controversy. Known for its extensive collection of sought-after sneakers and apparel, the store has been accused of selling stolen Yeezy Gap merchandise. This accusation comes directly from members of Kanye West's team, who now goes by Ye. I'll show the video here in a minute, but you know, I feel like let's just watch the video first because I've seen this video, so I'm gonna let y'all watch the video first, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about it. Right, they got me going to Twitter. Oh, that's his name, 2J's Kicks. Yeah. All right, so let's see what the video says.
This has been stolen.
Say it again.
This merchandise has been stolen from Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. No, I don't have to. Why? On what grounds? On what grounds? This was stolen. Ongoing investigations? This has been stolen.
Okay, so that's the video. Now, what I was gonna say is, I feel like, especially with someone like 2J's Kicks, and you know, he's had some like controversy surrounding his name, just for, you know, when you get to a certain point in reselling, you kind of understand the ins and outs, and I feel like there are certain things that you do that aren't necessarily morally right just to get your pairs of shoes. I know I haven't done, you know what I'm saying, everything that I have done, I feel like not 100% everybody would agree with, and I feel like I can safely speak on every reseller when I say that. Now, with them stealing or selling the stolen merchandise, you know, and me coming from Chicago, we call those people boosters, right? Boosters is, here's a better example. You know, when you're in the barbershop and the dude comes in, and this is back in the day, when the dude comes in with like the whole briefcase, or like, I don't even know what it was called, just a big ass folder with CDs, and he's like, yo, I got that new Kung Fu Panda movie, it just came out today, I already got it on the CD, right? Obviously this stuff is stolen. Or they'll come in with like all this, like they'll come in with the Nike text for like $20. They stole it, and we all know what it is, right? Like we know where they got it from, we know the risk of buying it, and it's the risk that you take from getting it for so cheap, right? Now that's essentially just what 2J's Kicks is doing. Whoever stole it, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're in cahoots with the dude who stole it. So it's not like a grand scheme of, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure, I'm gonna go send this dude out, he steals the material, and then he's gonna come and sell it to me. No, whoever stole it did it on their own, and they're like, I know this guy, I know he's gonna take it. They're not gonna really ask too many questions because I'm gonna give it to him for a really dope price. And 2J's Kicks is like, oh, well, yeah, you can't really, you know, we do this all the time. We buy and sell all the time, so you can't directly track that to us. So yeah, I'm gonna take it for the extreme discount and make my numbers, right? So that's essentially what 2J's is doing. So in a sense, I understand it, but I also understand it from his standpoint. Bro, my my stuff got stolen, bro. I need my stuff back, and I need to, you know what I'm saying? You're hurting Ye's name by selling all this stuff, bro. Like, this is not what Ye had intended, right? And so I just think that you can see it from both sides, but I feel like this guy right here, I can understand his frustration for sure. Now, obviously, it's in the heat of the moment. I would have probably been mad, and probably I would have maybe did the same thing. I don't know. Again, your emotions take over, but I think the smarter thing to do was to go talk to 2J's, and again, I don't know. I'm just going based off this video, but the more responsible and more mature thing to do was go up to 2J's and be like, yo, we know you got this stuff stolen. We just want it returned, right? Now, it could happen of two things can happen, right? 2J's could be like, look, I understand. And obviously this guy right here, he's one of like the top people under like Ye, right? So he's not just like some rando, even though it might look like it just the way he's dressed, but he's definitely up there in the ranking. So I feel like 2J's could understand that and acknowledge that and be like, hey, look, bruh, I ain't gonna lie, somebody came in, they admitted to stealing it, whatever, and we bought it, we just trying to make our money. He was like, but we already paid for it and we don't want to come at a total loss. Can we work something out? Now, again, whatever he says in response to that really depends. Or 2J's could be like, hey, bro, we already paid. So at this point, it's nothing we can do, right? Because we're not losing no money. Now, I don't know if they had that conversation or not, but I feel like that would have been a better route. But again, it probably wouldn't have went too many different ways. Let's see what the little caption says. I didn't even read that, or we already have it right here. What does it say? We work with brands, consigners. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is what 2J said. We work with brands, consigners, partners, and clients from all over the world. We only deal in products that are fully authenticated from vetted sources. The YZY Gap collection is no different. LAPD has investigated the fraudulent claims and have fully exonerated us from any allegations of misconduct. Thank you for our community of supporters. Stay tuned for what's next. Now, again, I'm on the outside looking in. So there's no real way of verifying that it's like stolen or not, right? However, 2J's already knew that from what I just said. Like, there's no really real way to validate that he bought that stolen merchandise because he does this all the time. And to be fair, 2J's has bought a lot of stuff from a lot of people. He gets stuff so early, you can't even confirm where it came from or even if it's authentic or not. You just kind of just have to trust off of his name alone, which could be bad in some scenarios, which has proven bad because he has been caught up in certain situations. But again, that's the risk that you get to take, right? It's either you prove it or you not. And with such a high name and such high value, it's really hard to debunk that, right? So let's just continue with the article. In collaboration with SRGN Studios, Urban Necessity has been heavily promoting an unprecedented event in LA, a massive pop-up sale featuring what they claim were 6,000 pieces of unreleased YZY Gap apparel, all priced at a mere $20 each. Okay, and this is another thing, right? And this is just my opinion, but I'm just based off everything, right? I'm like 95% sure it's all stolen, right? Because if it's unexpected, that's sign number one. Two, so unexpected massive pop-up, that's crazy. Then you have 60,000 pieces. That's a huge number, by the way. On top of the fact, so that's red flag number two. Red flag number three, you're pricing it at $20. So obviously Kanye was selling all his stuff for $20. So obviously they're not just selling it just cause, right? They're selling it for profit. So obviously they had to get it for something less than $20. And honestly, the only profit margin that would make sense is to get it for free. And how do you get it for free? You get it from somebody who stole it. So honestly, I think it was stolen, but again, there's no real way to prove it. And here's my fourth red flag. If this guy is one of the major people on Kanye's team and he's saying like, and he doesn't know anything about the $60,000 transaction, or not $60,000, 60,000 item transaction, you know, where else did you really get it from if this is the main guy? So Eager customers formed long lines that stretched down the block, all under the watchful eyes of the LAPD, who were there before these claims were made. Now again, obviously it's not going to be in broad daylight. They probably had all of the merch before this event even happened, and they was like, okay, let's just do it tomorrow, right? So, and working and like being in lines, like standing in lines with like police. The police and like the sneaker stores, whether it's retail or resale, they're on two different pages, right? The police really don't care about what's going on internally. As long as no fights break out, no commotion is going on, that's their main cause, their main like reason that they're there. So all the extra stuff, I promise you, they do not care about. I was literally just at an event for the Kyrie thing in Dallas, and they did not care about anything as long as people weren't fighting and killing each other, right? The situation took a dramatic turn when a video began circulating on social media, the one that we just watched. In it, Dov Charney, a founder of American Apparel and Los Angeles Apparel and a current employee of the YZY organization, claimed the merchandise being sold was stolen from Ye. It is worth noting that Los Angeles Apparel has been closely associated with Ye, producing a significant portion of his merchandise and clothing releases over the past 5 years. So that's all that's just saying is, bro, I'm so locked in. I'm at the highest rank. I know where this stuff comes in, it comes out of, and it had to be stolen, right? Police shut down the event shortly after Charney's accusations. Later, images of a text message from Milo, I don't know, the chief of staff at YZY showed that there's a sale of stolen YZY Gap inventory, and later stated in the message, "We shut it down within minutes. Lost maybe a dozen items. I think I have the guy responsible." So again, the police, honestly, the only thing that the police are going to do is just to have peace, right? They're going to come to a simple middle ground. So them shutting down the event is like, look, we can't really prove that it's stolen, but just to make you stop yelling at us, we're just going to go ahead and shut the event down, and then after that, y'all can beef on y'all own terms. And that's exactly what the police will do. I've seen it multiple times just standing in line, right? In the wake of these allegations, both Urban Necessities and Surgeon Studios took to Instagram stating that the LAPD had investigated the accusations and cleared them of any wrongdoing. Again, the police do not care, I promise you. Efforts were made to contact Dov Charney and Ye's current chief of staff, Milo, for the comments on the allegations, but as of the time of publishing, there's been no response from either party. This controversy emerges against the backdrop of Ye's troubled partnership with Gap, the collaboration which promised to bring Ye's vision to a broader audience at affordable prices. Ended prematurely in 2022 following a series of public disputes and controversial statements by Ye. Despite a plans for a fall-winter collection that year, Gap opted not to release the product in the US, likely due to Ye's erratic behavior and anti-Semitic remarks. However, the merchandise found its way to China and more recently to various vintage and thrift stores where it has been sold at resale prices. Again, when you get all of it, like when you have stuff in production and stuff's already made, this stuff got to go somewhere, right? You know, people in the company, in the industry, they're going to take a couple pairs, this and that, and it's just going to be sold all over. You got all these higher ups and people like high resellers too, like 2J's. They have a way of finding this stuff and then they'll sell it, and it just goes across the world. And just once it gets out in the open, it's really no real way to trace it and things of that nature. So it's really hard when it gets out into the open. We'll have to see how the rest of this plays out, as Ye has not commented on the situation outside of posting the video claiming the merchandise was stolen on his Instagram story. So let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Do y'all think that it was stolen? Or like what do you really think went down, man? Because I feel like it could go a lot of ways. But me personally, as a reseller, as being around in all these type of situations, I really do think that it was stolen. And I can understand both sides of the argument, but realistically, I think if you have somebody that high contacting you or getting that upset, I feel like as a reseller that have been in the game, 2J's is basically an OG at this point. He is OG, right? I think you just kind of have to acknowledge, like, bro, yeah, like, because I feel like the other guy, Dave, or whatever his name is, this guy, I feel like he knows too. He's been around. He knows what it is, what happens with this reselling game. And I feel like they could have came to some type of mutual agreement to the point where it didn't have to get like this. But, you know, let me know what y'all think in the comments down section below. And with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.